What are we doing today? Hi.
Hi.
All right.
Hi.
What do we start with? Audio.
What did we do first today?
You spoke to Sarah Burton first?
Yeah. Well, we got all the cards laminated.
We got all the cards
first.
laminated.
Yeah.
and cut
So
out.
we've now got a full set of 170 cards, all cut out and laminated.
Yeah, that's a
Cut.
lot.
Took a few hours, but it was worth it.
We need to finish doing the scenario cards.
We do, because we realised we haven't done that.
Yeah. And we need to try out the game, see if it actually works properly.
Got the
Yeah, but we're getting a board done.
Got the ACTG counters printed.
Oh, that's right, yeah, in the 3D, printer
printed.
in green, AT, C's and G's.
Hopefully we can get a video of that.
Yes.
Andy's got one.
Andy just said he filmed it being printed. So when you went around, you get a little counter, which is quite cute.
Got the board game designed.
Yeah. So
Main
we're
map.
going to print that out.
What are you going to print it on? Are we going to print it on the...
We're hoping to print it in vinyl and then put it on fabric so we can roll it up.
Which would be awesome.
That'd be
Cool.
really useful.
Yeah.
Bring it around places, show it off
Get
with
a
it.
few
We can
printed
start
off.
with a little bit of ribbon.
Oh, make it cute.
Yeah, make it cute. We've got cute little bags to put the counters in.
Yeah.
Made
Hopefully,
out of
yeah.
chiffon. They're quite pretty.
Yeah.
Very specifically.
Yeah.
And then we had to talk with Dr.
Dr.
Burton.
Burton, which was really, really useful.
Really
Really
useful.
helpful.
Yeah.
All about human
Yeah.
practices.
All about we discussed all the ideas that we had about human practices, just to run them by her, and she gave us some really helpful advice on how to get our voice heard.
And how to engage the public. Because when you say, do you know what synthetic biology is? And they say no. She said, well, ask them whether they've ever had a vaccination or an antibiotic. Or know when it takes insulin. Yeah. And then obviously they're probably going to say yes to that. So then you're like, wow, synthetic biology.
Tie in with all the stuff that we're trying. So that'd be a good way to tie it in with what our project's going to be in a way.
Especially with
Exactly.
Parafungal, which is the antifungal that we're trying to look to create. So if we talk about the antibiotic, we talk about have you ever tried an antibiotic, and then you're like, actually, we're creating an antifungal.
Nah, I got you
there you go.
Yeah.
And then we came back and talked to Chloe.
Yeah.
Oh, but still on Burton though. She told us about the grant idea.
Oh, yeah.
But
And
if we want to do the GCSE syllabus thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like it costs currently a fair amount of money for us to create the board game. So it would be useful to, if we wanted to go a bit further and create lots of board games to implement into different schools, then we would need to have a little bit of money to afford that.
We've got to look at regulations and stuff as well. But that's in the future.
And
Is that-
soapbox.
And soapbox,
yeah.
Oh,
yeah. So
yeah,
of
soapbox.
course
Say about
that
the
was
idea.
first. Walking up this morning, came up with the idea that epiphany, exactly. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I walked in with a flustered, wanted to tell this idea, but
Stood at the front of the desk, was like, I've got to tell you this idea.
okay,
Shut up. Right, let's go.
it literally was like that. But so the idea is that the University of Exeter has just sponsored the Soapbox Science, which is a company that runs to get female lecturers, female doctors, professors, etc., to talk about their field of science on a soapbox in a public area to engage specifically young people, specifically young women into science. So the idea was that we would do a similar sort of thing, as synthetic biology is very underrepresented in the whole science in general, and women are underrepresented at the higher levels in science. If there's a way for us to combine the two and have some of our female members maybe stand up on soapbox or get some lecturers, female lecturers, to talk about synthetic biology on a soapbox, that'd be
And then we were going to have
idea.
them at the top of Forum Hill, weren't we?
Yeah.
And get them, we were going to film it. But on the way up, we were going to walk up Forum Hill with somebody describing synthetic biology and stopping off at different stations along the way.
Yeah.
Each doing like a science experiment or...
Might confuse quite a few people, but
Yeah.
it'll look quite good.
Yeah.
It should look quite good on film.
I'm sure it will. Be great.
Hopefully.
And then
Chloe
Chloe?
came to speak to us.
Chloe.
Yeah.
So we're actually pretty nervous about the talk, weren't we?
Well, we'd been told by various people that Chloe was going to tear our ideas to shreds, and it would be like awful, sort of
Awful but useful.
Awful but useful. So
Yeah.
really constructive criticism, but would find all the flaws in our ideas.
And we got no flaws.
We're perfect. Yeah.
No, not quite. Not quite.
She liked all of our ideas. She liked measurement ones because she understood them.
Yeah.
And they seemed logical. She liked PAF but couldn't pick any holes in it because she didn't know that much about it.
And then she even said that she would
Help us.
help us to see if PAF could be produced in the E. coli.
Yeah.
So it's actually going to be proved or disproved within a week.
Oh,
Which
that's
is
scary.
potentially.
It's quite useful
That'd be
actually.
scary.
We can start come down with our ideas even more.
Yeah. Our timeline is for the end of this week. We'd be able to present or have the ideas to the level where we can present them, and then next week we will present them so we can narrow down our ideas to one. So within a week of hopefully getting more of an idea of whether we can express path in E. coli is really useful.
It should have been the first time it's ever been done.
Yeah.
If it works.
So we ordered the coding sequence for path.
Which is really exciting.
Yeah.
So it's to see if it can be expressed in E. coli, which is our biggest worry at the moment.
Yeah.
All the research that we've done is into E. coli, and then we thought, well, does it actually work?
My original idea was just to express it and do other things,
Yeah.
and then ended up realising, actually, can we?
Yeah, can we do it?
That's one good part about iGEM. I'm sure all the other teams have also had this sort of thing. So you start with one idea and then you just build on it and probably change it completely from the original design.
Realise the base might not exactly be stable.
Yeah. And then if it works, we'll know that that's the idea to go ahead with, and if it doesn't, then
start from the drawing board.
But it's going to work. We have full faith.
Yeah. It's going to work.
It's going to work.
Of course.
I mean,
we come up with the idea. Look at this.
Pretty,
She liked the idea of it. Yeah.
Money into it. Putting money in. Well,
60 quid, wasn't it?
£59. Yeah.
£59.
It's a lot of money.
To order something quite expensive.
Yeah.
Team field trip.
So we went on a team
bonding
field trip just to get to know each other a bit more.
Very exciting.
Very exciting.
We've had a hard week, very intense. We thought.
Yeah, I mean it's almost the end of the week. It's not quite Friday, but
got to go again tomorrow. Then I guess.
Labs tomorrow. So bit of break. Yeah.
We got labs tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be good to see the labs for the first time. Well,
see what equipment we actually have to play around with.
Yeah.
See what we can actually do here. Maybe after that we can set up some other collaborations.
Yeah.
Depending on what we've got here and what we need.
We can ask around. We know we've got a plate reader. That's about it.
Got plate reader.
Plate reader, and there's probably some sort of microscope in there somewhere.
Yeah, maybe.
We're lucky.
So we just also we would like to wish Dr. Steve Mitchell a happy birthday. Paolo told us it's his birthday today.
Yeah.
And especially on the momentous occasion that England beat Wales 2-1 in football. So happy birthday, Dr. Mitchell.
And well done, England.
And well done, England. All right.
Bye-bye.